Today we're making the chocolate raspberry tart, and this is one of my favorite desserts to make at home because it doesn't require too much finesse and it's pretty simple to throw together. So we're gonna start with the tart shell, and I'm gonna start with 3 ounces of butter, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of sugar. This is also 1 tablespoon of water, just a pinch of salt for some flavor. Straight into the oven at 410 degrees Fahrenheit. I have 1 cup of cream, and I'm gonna start by heating up the cream on low heat. Dark chocolate, 236 grams. So you wanna take the time to chop this up very finely, and that's gonna give us the very smooth consistency when we add the cream. When the cream starts to boil like this, directly over our chocolate, as the chocolate and cream combine into a nice silky ganache. 1 ounce of butter. And this is gonna melt right into the ganache. It's gonna give that silky texture, and this is gonna be the base of our chocolate raspberry tart. Perfect. All right, this is where things start to get interesting. And you can smell the butter starting to roast. And after about 15 minutes, you'll notice that brown butter. And this is perfect. Be careful, obviously the bowl is gonna be very hot. Add the flour instantly. So this is 1 cup of flour, all at once. As I'm mixing this, it's gonna come together into kind of like a ball. A tart pan with a removable bottom, which is very important for this recipe. Dump the dough right in the middle. As you can tell, this is a little bit out of the ordinary. Usually we would roll out the dough and place it, but stick with me here because this is really why I like this recipe. We wanna press it up into the sides. I start using my palm to really get that corner. We want this tart shell to be as thin as we can get it, but don't worry too much about that. No need for perfection here, we're just looking to get this in, and that's gonna give us that finished tart shell. Pierce some holes with a fork. Straight into the oven at 375. But after about 20 minutes in the oven, you'll notice the tart shell starting to become golden brown, especially here around the edges. So this is perfect. We're gonna take this out of the oven and allow this to cool down. We have our beautiful silky ganache here that's still kind of warm, ready to pour directly into the tart. Make sure to get every nook and cranny of this tart. Perfect. To finish it off, I have the best raspberries I can possibly find. You can use any fruit actually for this, maybe strawberries, but really raspberries is what I prefer for this. And have some fun placing these raspberries perfectly around the outer edge, working your way into the center. This is nice. Let's get it out of the pan. So I'm just gonna slide this off. Icing sugar. Nice. This tart is very nice. It really does remind me of something you might find in Paris or France, but simple enough to make at home. And the raspberry creamy chocolate ganache with the crisp brown butter tart shell is just the perfect combination.